Recording on the go, taking a break. I came out today. It's a gray, drippy, kind of day, and I thought it'd be good. And I already had 3 decent orders, very local. 3 Grubhub orders. I'm going to give 2 shout outs to 2 channels. I'm going to talk about 3 different topics. And something happened to me yesterday that is relative to the video I recently watched, and then I want to share a video about DoorDash. Friggin' DoorDash. First, I'm going to give Saying It Like It Is a shout out. He uploaded a video, Dark Holidays for Drivers, I guess, plus. He speaks about he follows the gig community. He doesn't upload that often, but when he does, he has good stories to share. He keeps you in the loop of what's really going on out there and what can happen if you don't take steps to protect yourself and be on guard. First of all, he speaks about, it was a DoorDash delivery that somebody was delivering alcohol, and the worker, the customer gave them a bogus license. Oh, it's about being real. I didn't want to turn off anything. Empanada Merrick, right down the street, 611. I'm right down the street and driving around the corner. I'm going to take it. I am down the street. I'm heading that way anyway. So I will do that. That's a low offer. However, I just had 3 decent, good ones. Sometimes you take easy right down the street. I'm in Merrick. I like this area. So he talks about this customer giving the driver a hard time, bogus license, makes his job harder, puts him in a spot that he could lose they could deactivate you. And you know what? These apps are great to have set up in the background and keep them active, to at least put a few bucks in your pocket when you need it. It helps keeps you afloat. And the man didn't deserve all that aggravation, and you know what goes with that. When something goes down like that, and it sucks up a lot of time out of your life, because now you have to deal with customer service. Now you got to deal with the nonsense the customer created. Okay, we got that. That's something that goes hand in hand with liquor deliveries. I've had at least half, they always seem a little harder than the rest. There's always something going down. It takes a little longer to get the product to the customer. It seems like at least half the time there's a hassle. You're dealing with liquor, and you have to make sure the license goes through. I don't do DoorDash anymore, but with Grubhub, now you just scan it, and they tell you, hand it over, and I like that. Then he shares a story of a person delivered food. You want to watch the video, watch the video. It's about 5 minutes long. A person opened the door with a gun in their hand, as if that was usual behavior, like something that's a part of their world, their lifestyle. Who does that? Man, I would have gotten out of there and called the cops and let them know I just delivered food. This guy opened the door with a gun in his hand. See if it's registered. Out of control. I delivered to Hempstead yesterday. I did 3 Uber Eats deliveries. I picked up a double order from America, and I drove to Hempstead. And the moment I made that turn, the moment I saw the address, I was like, damn, the specific address. I was like, that's a bad street. And you know what? When I made that left-hand turn to go down that street, to pull over to the right, to deliver it to the kid that I was grateful was outside, because I wasn't going inside these buildings. I was going to say, I'll leave it out here. There was going to be a problem. When I made that left-hand turn, and I'm going slow like this, and there are plenty of people hanging out on the street. It's not a very good specific location in Hempstead, the heart of town. And they're all eyeballing me, and they're walking closer to my car, and I'm just like looking at them like this, because I do that. I'm like, you're serious. Oh my God. And then I see the kid flagging me down, And I was like, thank you so much. He was like, I understand. This is, this is a hard place to deliver to. Thank you. He was very grateful. I delivered his food to him. Okay, so you got to be careful. I just wasn't. I delivered the second order. It was a double drop off, double pickup, double drop off, and then on the way they asked me to go to another place and drop it off toward an area that I like to work in: Uniondale, Merrick, Belmore, Freeport, Baldwin. Said I'll pick that up. I knew the place, and when I walked in, I'm like, it's still a shady area. This guy's opening and closing the door, and he's making people feel uncomfortable, putting his hand out. He wants money. So he opens the door for me. I say, thank you very much, sir. I make sure I have my bag with me. It's over my arm. I pick up the food. Now he's hovering around the door, and he didn't open it for me to come out. But when I got off the sidewalk, he was telling me I should give him money. He was like, hey, you should take that phone and give me some money. Got that phone. And I turned around with the bag on my arm. I said, hey, buddy, I'm working. And he was like, huh? She yelled at me. Now, I'm not a fraidy cat, but I knew right then and there I didn't belong there. And this is why I don't take orders in Hempstead. I have to see South Hempstead. Now, that I don't mind. If you're familiar with the area I work in, Long Island area, Nassau County, South Hempstead's off of Grand Avenue in Baldwin. I go there all the time. But when you have to get into the heart of Hempstead, and it was 12 o'clock in the afternoon, and thank God I drive an older car, and it's kind of beat up, and I got tape on it and stuff, because the moment I made that left-hand turn, people, they were like coming toward the car while I was going slow, and I saw the kid, and I was like, like, I'm going to look at you. I want you to know that I'm not afraid of you. But that's the kind of shady area it is. You have to be very careful. And there are gunshots there regularly. You can listen to the news. It's just a fact. It's a very bad part of Hempstead. And I have to tell them from now on in, I can't take it anymore. Unless I see South Hempstead, I'm not taking it. Here's another example of another channel I want to speak about. DoorDash. You can visit Kim's Side Money Plans. And there's a reason why. Because her very last order, I guess it was Sunday or something. She did it a few days ago. I'm sorry, I had to think for a moment. She was asked to pay for a product because the DoorDash card did not go through at a Walgreens shop and delivery. She had to get the manager. She had to get on the phone with customer service. Now you're talking, you're 30 minutes in. It's a lot of time wasted out of your life. Why isn't the card going through? And DoorDash actually asked her to pay out of pocket. You can watch that video. Or they were going to take away the order. And then she actually bantered with the customer service because she was like, it's not solving the problem. Listen to the video, but this is someone who was a general manager for like Lord and Taylor or something, one of those high-end stores, guys. So she knows how to speak to the people just right, but she was upset because they were going to send another driver there, and then her time was wasted, and then she don't get paid because their card wasn't going through. That's a pain in the ass. We have all been there. It's annoying. It's not solving any problems. You wasted at least 30 minutes of your time. And now you're telling me I'm going to lose money because I'm not going to lay out of my own pocket. Watch the video. DoorDash, what? Pay with my own money? Kim's Side Money Plans. Check it out. I wanted to share that. One more thing. Dumpling. I speak about Dumpling a lot, and it's a lot of initial work in the beginning to build a client base. And it's worth it because that's another example with DoorDash, expecting a little person in the field to pay out of pocket. It shouldn't be that difficult. Their business model should be working. It should be all in working order. They exploit their workers, and it's a fact. I hear bad about DoorDash. And that goes for the other third-party apps. If it's just, it's getting out of control. They're charging endless fees to the client, to the customer. They pay the drivers very little, and they're getting worse. And with Dumpling, yes, when you work third-party apps as an independent contractor, you can write off deductibles, but you get more deductible write-offs when you run your own small business. And one example of an additional great deductible is when you use the Dumpling card to pay, and then Dumpling, after you pay at register, and after you close out, you walk away, you take a picture of the receipt, and you close out the order before you leave the store, Dumpling then charges the customer. But on us, we pay that little bit of fee for using the credit card, the Dumpling credit card. I guess it's a credit card. Maybe it's a debit card. But we pay that fee. Well, that's a deductible for us. That benefits the shopper/delivery person, the small business owner that's in the field working. That's a good deductible. Now you got that. You got your miles. You got anything you buy for the business, and a partial percentage of your phone service that you use for work, unless you use your phone all for work. Those are great deductibles. So you're getting paid more. You could charge the customer less fees because Dumpling fees are minimal compared to third-party fees. They only charge a 5% platform fee of the total bill to the customer, client. That's big. And you set your own price, and then you're working for tips, and then you have great deductibles. You're going to give yourself a pay raise. If you could get over the hurdle of, yes, it's a lot of work in the beginning to build up a client base, but it's going to be worth it. Especially if you like the industry, you're going to do it. I wanted to share all of that. I'm going to pick up this El Cheapo order, but I know it's just down the block. And I'm going to hang in there a couple of more hours. I really don't want to be out tonight. That's why I came out today on this gray, drippy day. I'll see you later. Have a good one. And check out those channels. The videos are really good. They're worth watching. I'll see you soon. Bye, everybody.